It's our usual Tuesday crew. I love you guys. You guys are so consistent, and boot camp is hard. Boot camp sucks, and like nobody ever really wants to do boot camp. But like the fact that you do it every week with me is just so inspirational. It really motivates me to want to do well for you guys. So let's do our workout. Same things as I always say. Feel free to modify the movements. If you want to wear sneakers, wear sneakers. I personally do. I have a yoga mats. This is non-equipment based, so I don't have any dumbbells. But if you feel like using dumbbells and you know how to use it, go for it, especially for like squats and stuff. So last week I did this whole 30-second thing, and I thought to myself, it was okay. It wasn't that terrible. So now I thought this week we'll up it to 40 seconds. So we're going to do 40 seconds of a lower body movement, followed by 40 seconds. So immediately, no rest, immediately going into the upper body movement. And by no rest, I mean if you want to take a rest, or slowly transition to it, you can. But I'm not actually having a timer stop and say, here is your 10-second or 15-second rest. And then immediately after the 40 seconds of upper body, it goes into 40 seconds of either abs or cardio. I will alternate between the two. All right, if you don't want to do cardio, you can do more abs. And if you don't want to do abs, you can do more cardio. And that's it. And then we take a 40-second rest. So this is how I created my timer. It's just 40 seconds constantly. So this 40-second rest after the third chunk. Okay? All right. Let's keep warming up here. Reach arms up. Open up those hips a little bit. If you didn't jack your heat up to 80 degrees like I did, you might not be sweating it. I am just so afraid of the cold, so I would rather be sweating to death in my house than not. And I also have this weighted blanket and like 2 fleece blankets, and it's just heaven. I just love all my blankets. If anyone ever wants to buy me a gift, don't buy me flowers, don't buy me chocolate, buy me a blanket. No, just kidding. All right, let's do some squats. And every time I go to Costco, they have some new like fleece soft blanket with some new design. And I'm like, oh, I should buy this. And James is like, you already have like 3 blankets that are like on your bed. And then you have actually 3 or 4 folded up in the closet because I don't have the space for it. And you're right, he's right. I should buy new blankets. I just love them. All right, so just keeping our butt back and down. Chest up as we warm up our butt. What's going on with my curtain? Gotta hide in the hallway. All right, a couple more. Even though we're not directly working our abs, just a reminder to draw the abdominals in, brace it. Keep that support through your lower back. Help keep the chest up. Let's do our lunges. Nice long stride. Back knee initiates the movement by dropping down towards the floor, stopping at about ankle heights. 8 more. Do a little hip flexor stretch here. 4, 3, and let's switch to the other direction. Again, nice long stride. Feet are hip distance apart. Oh, good thing that wall's there. Would have fallen over. So this is a vertical drop, more or less. We're trying not to shift forward. Trying our best to draw straight down and then press through the front heel to stand up. 3 more. 2 and 1. All right, let's do a plank here. Do it on our elbows so we don't get into our wrist. And then we'll do some push-ups on our wrists, and that'll be our warm-up. So really squeezing the butts. Squeeze your quadriceps. You want your hips about shoulder height. Gently pressing into the floor with those forearms, eye gaze on the thumbs. And of course, our belly is drawn up and in nice and tight. Take a couple more breaths. Take a slow inhale. Breathe in the essence of the yoga mats. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. If you can smell your yoga mat from this plank position, you should probably wipe it down. All right. Or if you can smell it from up here. So let's take our hands wider than shoulder distance. Like this. You can do push-ups on your knees if you like. We're just going to do 8. You want your elbows to open wide, hitting roughly 90 degrees. Another way to think about it is that your chest lowers to elbow height. You don't have to have your chest touch the floor whenever you do a push-up. It is a variation, but it's not critical. One more. I would say a critical angle of achieving a push-up is about 90 degrees in the elbows. If you're not going down close enough to that, then you should probably go to your knees so that you can get that range of motion. All right, the first exercise we're doing is lunge jacks. So whenever we've done jumping jacks, it's like this, right? So lunge jacks are basically you lunge and your feet together. Lunge, feet together. Instead of squat, feet together, squat, feet together. And the non-jumping version is the reverse lunge, okay? So we're basically just adding a jump before we land our feet together. All right, let's start the 40-second clock. How's everyone doing? What are we missing? I'm missing somebody. Okay, I don't know who we're missing. All right, here goes the 40 seconds. Remember, jumping jacks have arms too, so if you want to add arms, you can. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So these are our lunge jacks. Nice, nice, nice. You can reverse lunge it. No jumps needed to get a good workout. Look at the profile view. Oops, just messed up. Let's get the heart rate up a little bit as well as burning the lower body muscles. 5 seconds left. Getting ready for our push-ups. Option to do a single leg push-up. Like that. You can call it scorpion. The difference between a scorpion push-up and a single leg push-up, you know, the scorpion lifts your leg as high as you can, and then you bend the knee like a scorpion tail. All right? If you do it on your knees, you can still lift the leg, but just be careful because sometimes when you lift the leg, it puts a lot of pressure on the remaining knee. All right? So feel free to keep both knees down if you're doing push-ups on your knees. And again, this is all about lifting the leg nice and high. Into the abs, double crunch. Lift not just your shoulder blades, but also your butt off the floor. Imagine you want to knee yourself in the nose, but don't actually do it. You can keep your hands wide too. It's really not about the elbows coming toward the knees. It's about the nose coming to the knees. Shoulder blades and tailbone getting off the ground. I try to get almost my whole pants, like up to where the hem is. All right, you got 40 seconds, and then we're going back to the lunge jacks. So here's where the top of my pants end, and I try to get that part off the ground when I do that double crunch. Okay, you're going back to the jumps, the jack, the lunge jack. We got 22 seconds left. So this is 40-second break. It's not even a full minute. Get water at any time. Okay. 5 seconds to go. Whew. I'm going to start down here. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Split into the lunge. Feet together, split into the lunge. speed at which you have to do this. Okay? Try to keep moving for the whole 40 seconds. Get that heart rate up, challenge yourself. It's not gonna feel like you're scorpion push-ups. It's not always gonna feel like you're laying in bed with 3 fleece blankets. Boot camp doesn't feel quite like that. During your push-up, our upper body, our leg muscles are getting a break. Hopefully the leg lift isn't too much of a challenge for your legs that were just doing lunges. Breathe. This is all about you challenging yourself, pushing yourself to your limits. All right. Oh, lay down. And then get that tailbone and shoulder blade off the ground. Getting harder and harder for me to talk. I look forward to this 40-second break here. Okay. All right, 40 seconds. Time to clean the hair off my neck. I don't understand where it comes from because my hair's not a ponytail. My hair can't be falling out of the ponytail. Can it? Is that possible? All right, we're doing squats next. So let me just show you during this remaining 20-second break. We have narrow squats. We go wider, wider, widest. Back to narrow, but narrow is about shoulder distance. 3, 2, 1, and in. Okay, if you want to make it a jump, you can jump, jump, wide, wide, in. All right, 3 seconds. Let's go. So the non-jumping version, 3, 2, 1, hip distance. Wide, wider, widest, hip distance. Wide, wider, widest, hip distance. It's the jump, 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 together, jump, jump, together. Good, so as your feet get wider, your knees and toes start to turn out more and more. When it's closer, the feet and knees, toes and knees will go more to the front. So you always want to keep your toes and knees aligned with each other. Oh gosh, thank goodness. Burpee. So let me start down here. Slap your thigh, slap the other thigh. Do a push-up if you want. Walk it in. There's your burpee. You can walk it out or jump it out. Slap, slap, push up, jump it in. Take your feet wide when you jump the back. My feet are at least hip distance apart. That way when I do my slaps, oops, I forgot the push-up. Push-ups are optional though. When I do this, my slaps, I'm creating a little asymmetry. So my abs have to work a little harder so they don't fall on my face. Right? Okay, this is our jumping, our cardio round. So in the first round we did abdominals for our third exercise. And this one, we're doing cardio. Now if you really hate doing this cardio, which is fine, remember when you do things you hate, it challenges you and gets you stronger mentally and physically. But if you really, really hate it, you can do abs. Okay? 10 seconds. Yay! I got spirit, so do you. Punch the air and show me. This is why I was never a cheerleader. Can't memorize anything. Okay, 40 seconds. First exercise was the squat. Wide, wider, widest, together. And the together is shoulder distance. If that was a lot of cardio and you don't want to jump in the squat part, that's fine, you don't have to. You can make it more about the leg strength, right? We're keeping our knees bent. So if you notice when I'm doing this, I'm not standing all the way up. I'm actually staying quite low. Here we go, let's start. wide, wider, widest, together. I'm staying low. I'm really not been straightening my legs much at all. So I keep the work loaded in my thigh muscles, my butt muscles. So we're at the halfway point, the 22nd point. So I'm gonna add some jumps here. Nice, quiet, soft, absorbed landing jumps. Don't worry about the exact distance your feet move. Just, it's gonna go a little wider. A little wider. All right, our burpee. So again, brace those abs where you send the feet back, slap, slap, optional push up, burpee it in. You stop so quickly that you really aren't gonna fall on your face because your hand pretty much goes right back down to where it was before you started the burpee. Remember to have your feet wide. That's pretty much a critical part of being able to slap. Oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do another burpee in time. I should have started it, but I didn't. That 3 last beats just means 3 seconds. To transition. When you do jumping jacks, be on the balls of your feet. Your heel really doesn't hit the ground. Keep your knees soft, not locked. I like to use the whole body when we do stuff, so. And I like to challenge different coordination patterns. So I'm not doing the traditional jumping jack. Just the single arm punch, just for a little variety. 40 seconds break. And we're done with those 2 rounds, because we did that twice. So now we have the next round. Okay. I'm gonna have you face different directions. So you can either walk it like this, a little forward, a little creepy, creepy, creepy. You do 4 steps, pivot, turn, same thing, or you can chug it. Little jumps, turn. So you really don't want to twist your knees, so during that transition, make sure your heels are off the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure your heels are off the ground so you don't twist your knee. All right, so I'm going to do the non-jumping version. Step, 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 and step. Pivot, step, step. This is a lot of work on the leg muscles. Oh yes, it's burning. Burns a lot. And it doesn't matter whether I'm jumping or walking. I feel almost equal amounts of pain. So don't assume that jumping is always better. It changes a little bit, right? Because it's like propulsion power. Okay, we're doing this. Dip, walk it out like a crab. Oh wait, sorry, crabs go sideways. You can go sideways. Basically do a dip and then do some walking somewhere. That way we break up each dip. Fingertips towards your heels, please. Just change up how you walk. Lift the arms, lift the feet. That in itself is a challenge because you're using muscles to keep your butt up. 1 dip and some walking. You can do 2 dips if you want. Hey, we're back to abs. All right. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Option to put the feet on the ground like this. I want you to do a hold, squeeze, feel those obliques. Twist, twist, hold. Quick, quick, slow. Feel both shoulder blades off the ground. Quick, quick, slow. Where's that leg extended? Wherever you want. Higher to the ceiling, probably a little less challenging. Closer to the floor, more challenging. 40-second break coming up. Hey, if you want to keep doing abs and you don't want to take the 40-second break, you can do that. I mean, I'm going to take it, but I just wanted to say that, you know, when I design breaks and stuff into the workouts, yeah, there's logic behind it. Usually your heart rate's really high.
we wouldn't be able to continue for much longer. But you know your body the best, and maybe you're really strong at abs, but you know, it's tougher to do legs. So you can do more of what you are stronger at, right? So you can do more legs if you want and completely skip the upper body part. All right, here we go. Walk, 2, 3, 4, and turn. Walk, 2, 3, 4, and then turn. I'm doing kind of a combination where I'm walking, but then I jump on the turn. See, there's lots of ways you can do it. And now I'm going to jump a little bit. Anyways, jumping does train slightly different muscles. Your explosive muscles, your powerful ones, your quick, fast twitch ones. Quick twitch, fast twitch. All right, get ready for your crab crawl. Okay, yeah, you really want your fingertips towards your heels because that's the safety for your elbows. You can, oh, by the way, I should have shown you this. You can have your butt down when you do the dip. You can lift your butt up, move it around, put your butt down, do the dip. You're still bending and straightening your arms, right? If your butt's down, and that's the important part. Just a little less weight on those triceps if your butt is down. Oh, look at those lovely lights. Okay, time for our quick, slow bicycle. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. I'm trying to keep the shoulder blades off the mat. One is higher than the other. Keep your elbows wide. It's not about the elbows coming across. Elbows stay wide. You're just supporting the head because we don't want the necks to get tired. About 15 seconds left. And again, if you want to do extra abs during the break, you can. When you grab water, find your challenge. And 40-second break. All right, moving on to the next round. From this. We have another cardio round coming up. You can do any abs you like if you don't want to do cardio. You can do whatever I've already shown you, or you can do something else. So this next one is what I call a broad jump or a forward jump. So you jump forward, land soft, shuffle back. Kind of estimate how far you jump forward. I like to use the width of my mat. So I jump wide and I keep my feet wide. Ready? 40 seconds. Broad jump. Shuffle back. If you don't want to jump, you can take a big step forward. Or you can shuffle forward, staying low, and you can shuffle back. All right? You can shuffle both ways, which is definitely a challenge. It's actually a little easier to do the jump muscularly-wise because you're airborne. Your muscles aren't being used during that 1 second it's airborne. If you're shuffling your way forward, definitely a lot more burn. Again, let's go with our feet wide. Oh, we're done. What do we got next? Push up. So you can do knees together, push up, walk the knees out, push up. Same thing with the feet. Feet together, walk the feet out, feet wide. You can jump it in, push up, jump it out, wide, push up. And again, if you're on your knees, I would walk it in. I wouldn't do a knee jump out, but it feels different when your feet are together versus when they're out. You could do feet, toes when it's wide, and knees when it's closed. Lots of options. We're doing jumping jacks again. Give you a little bit. More coordination. Oh, sorry. Double, double, turn. Double, double, turn. Out, out, in, out, out, in. I'm turning on the in. Turn the other way. In, out, in, out, in, turn. Out, in, turn. Is this too much? Out, in, turn. On the second in, I do a turn.
Aria, is that confusing? I slightly got myself confused. But guess what? It doesn't matter how many times you jump in, out, and when you turn. I'm just trying to establish a pattern, but really you can do what you want. You know. You're like, ah, cardio's not my thing. And now you're gonna make me turn? Jeez, Ben. All right, let's do our squats. Jump forward, shuffle back. Or shuffle forward and back. The lower you are, the more your leg muscles burn. Keeping my knees bent. See, when I jump, I'm not straightening my legs. It's like I'm jumping in the ceiling super low. I'm shuffling slower and slower. Remember push-ups? Feet wide, together. All right, hopefully you can see my feet here. So feet wide, push up, feet together, push up. You can walk it out, walk, walk, walk it in, walk, walk. Keep your eye gaze on the floor. Keep the head and neck aligned with the spine. Try not to look at your feet while you do push-ups. Remember, push-ups are a moving plank. So squeeze those abs and butts. Keep that plank position. Last one. Okay. Our awesome. Oops, how's it doing? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Out, in, out, turn. Out, in, out. Gotta turn the other way. In, out, turn. Yeah, I'm doing a double out and a double in. Just so we're not turning as much. But honestly, as long as you're moving, you are doing the right thing. All right, that takes us to our next 40-second break. All right. Here, this is called isometrics. Anytime you're like staying in a squat and like you're not standing up out of it and in stillness, like a plank, isometrics. Holding still in a position while those muscles are engaged. This is not an isometric, even though we're standing still, because nothing's really being engaged. But this is an isometric. So we're gonna do this. You have a couple choices. Join me on the alternating, or you can do doubles. Now, it is a little more challenging for balance to do doubles, so you can alternate with it. Do this. We just did this in a ball ache song, and I was like, gosh, that killed. Why wouldn't I introduce this to my boot campers? And now every boot camper wants to do ball aches. Right, Johnny? All right. Neha loves this too. Good thing the song's only like 2 minutes. Actually, I think it's 1:40. Oh, geez, that was hard. Burpees to down dog. Listen, you guys know what a burpee is. Here's your burpee. Option to do the push-up. Go to your down dog. Feel that stretch. Come in and finish. That down dog just kind of breaks up the burpee. Oh, nice stretch in the calves. Nice chest opening here too. The down dog is a very nice stretch. If you don't want to do the push-up, don't do the push-up. You can do it after the down dog or before the down dog. Oh, that's it. All right, time for abs. This is our abs round. Open, close. Open, close. Neck tired, keep your head down. Pick your angles. More vertical, probably easier on the imprint. Closer to the ground, more challenging. Head, neck, and shoulders up, more challenging. Reach, close,
reach, close. So you can obviously feel it's more challenging for the abs when your legs are extended. Try not to arch your back. Keep your lower back constantly imprinted. There should never be a moment that you feel that lower back come off the mat. All right, back to those isometrics. So there's no jumping in this round, except for the burpees if you're choosing it. Here's another way of working these heels. You can put one down as the other goes up. See? Switch, 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 switch. This is also a different coordination pattern compared to the up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so try a different coordination pattern if you like. Just get nice and low, knees and toes, facing the corners of the room. See, my legs are moving. Notice everything waist and above is not moving. Yeah, isometrics. Your thighs, your butt, all of it is burning. And the only thing that's distracting you from it is these heel raises. Concentrate on the heel raises and you might not feel the fatigue in your leg as much. You can do a couple of doubles. Ooh, that's hard. Get lower. You're starting to stand up, aren't you? Now 4 seconds. Burpee down dog. I think I'll go into my down dog first, and then come into my push-up, and then do the burpee. Down dog. Push-up, finish the burpee. Doesn't matter when you do the push-up, and if you don't want to do the push-up at all, you don't have to. You can go to your knees for the push-up. Down dog, come to your knees, push up, off your knees, and finish. Knees, push up, down dog. And we open and close. Open. Imprint the lower back. That requires a lot of abdominal strength, pressing downward into the floor. Belly button to the spine. If your head is up, that means your head, neck, and shoulder blades are up. Otherwise, head, neck, and shoulder blades are down. The head and shoulder blades move together. So you shouldn't have your shoulder blades on the ground and just your head lifted. That's not a really effective option to take. All right? I mean, there's nothing that can stop me from making you not do it, but it's just not effective at all towards the abdominals, and it adds extra strain to the neck. Okay, you guys ready for the last round? All right, well, let me show you this one. If you've ever done kickboxing or Brazilian capoeira, this is a lunge, and you go into a squat, and then you lunge. Think of a center point, think of a triangle, and there's one point of the triangle, and then I go to the 2 front points of the triangle, and then step back. So this is not to be confused with a curtsy lunge. This is not a curtsy lunge. Let me show you from the side here. Straight, squat, tap. See, notice my legs? I don't really straighten up this leg. It's almost like a single leg squat. Tap it back and back. Tap it back. So tap the center of my yoga mat and my feet go wide again. Find those 3 triangle points. Hit the squat. I'm not straightening out my legs here. Nope. I stay low. This doesn't look exactly like a lunge because the back leg is straight, but that's because it's on purpose. We want to keep almost all the weight in the front leg. Tricep push-ups. I do this kneeling. Tricep push-ups are very challenging. You want your elbows tight to the body. One option is to do single leg. One leg, and then the other. When you do the single leg version, as your chest goes down, your leg goes up because you're looking for a plank position involving one leg. So from your ears, shoulders, knees, and ankles will be straight if you're doing the single leg version, and if not, then you're hinging at the hip. Eye gaze on the floor, elbows tight to the body. All right. Oh, we're doing another abs. Oh, that's weird. I messed up on scheduling, so let's just do this. Let's just do another abs. It should be cardio. I'll do cardio in the next round after I think of something. So boat pose. Let me show you the isometrics of this. So you don't have to straighten your legs all the way. You can keep it bent. Here's an isometric. You hold here, and you open your arms, and you close your arms. Open your arms, and you close your arms. You'll feel the extra work in your abs as your arms go back. So I'm not changing my body. The other option is the open and close. All right, we'll do cardio to end this whole thing, but we're gonna go back to that capoeira lunge and then tricep push-ups. Okay, does everyone understand this whole capoeira lunge? So you have the triangle and you maintain that bent knee, tap, tap. And then the front view, tap, tap. I'm almost losing my balance because I'm really trying not to shift too much, but all my weight is going here on the one leg. All right, how low can we stay? 5 seconds, we start. Oh, this might help with balance. Oh, it does. Reach away from the moving leg. Welcome back to my kickboxing days. Staying low. Notice my head is not bopping above my shelf here. That shelf is behind me, but I won't hit my head. I'm trying to keep my head below that shelf. Not a curtsy lunge, straight back lunge. Step to the side, straight back. Step to the side. Stay low, even lower. Tricep push-ups. Oh. So again, your hands are underneath the shoulders and your elbows are really staying close to your rib cage. Your elbows, the inside of your arms hug your rib cage. If you're doing the single leg version, notice my whole body tilts. See my leg? It doesn't stay parallel. It goes up as my chest goes down. I'm really squeezing my butt muscle of that extended leg. All right, it's not just flopping in the air. See, this is a tricep push-up where my leg is floppy. We don't want it floppy. All right, well, since we're doing the kickboxing thing, we'll have to do the double knees. Because you know I love the double knees. In fact, you can even do the can-can. Knee, kick, knee, kick. This is what happens when I don't have a cardio in mind, and this is the cardio I default to. Woo! Hey, yes, no, you can do some abs if you want. 15 seconds. Push that heart rate. Great. So 6:40, so we're going to stretch. And I hope everyone feels fatigued and challenged from that workout and you are ready to stretch. Oh, let me stop this. So these are some questions you can ask yourself after one round, after a 40-second round. Let's get into the stretch first here. So this is a low lunge, and the purpose of this is not to do a lunge, but to stretch this hip flexor of the back leg, okay? You can tuck the toe under or straighten it up, but you want to kind of sink into your hips. So things to ask yourself. Did I feel totally exhausted or pretty fatigued during those 40 seconds of lunges that I probably couldn't do anymore? And if the answer is yes, then that's great, because that's what you want. You want to push yourself to your limits. Or near limits. But if you feel still pretty refreshed that you can do probably another 40 seconds of work, then it means you're in better shape than you thought. You can push yourself a little harder during those 40 seconds. All right, switch sides. And same thing for upper body. Our upper body muscles are obviously different from our lower body muscles. Most people have stronger lower body muscles than they do upper body, right? It's because we walk and just take stairs and do more things with our legs. We sit down, we stand up every day at squatting. So you might reach fatigue during push-ups in 30 seconds and not make it to the full 40 seconds. That's okay. That's okay, because over time you're going to get stronger and you're going to make it to the 40 seconds. But until then, you're going to keep pushing yourself and trying to make it. It's better to reach fatigue sooner before the 40 seconds or the time interval than it is to have extra energy at the end of that. All right, stretch your triceps. So then you want to ask yourself after the entire class, like around this point, like, do I feel pretty exhausted overall? Like my heart rate, my breathing, like if this class was another 20 minutes, would I really hate it and I wouldn't want to do it? Most interval training classes are around 30 minutes to 45 minutes because it's all about efficiency. It's all about squeezing in a lot of intense work in a short amount of time. And any boot camp or interval training class that's an hour usually has extra breaks thrown in or extra downtime, like abs. So it's all about get in, get out, get the work done. And does it get easier? Yes and no. The thing about boot camp is you're always pushing yourself to the next level. So when you get stronger with your push-ups, you find the next version that's more challenging. If you're doing push-ups on your knees and they start to get easy, well, you don't stay on your knees. You go to your toes, and toes will become easy. It'll be challenging for a while, and then it'll become easy. And then it becomes easy, you don't stay there, you start doing single leg push-ups. You start doing all these different varieties and variations of movements so that you continue to stay challenged. Stretch your abs. So you're going to lean back a little bit. So yeah, the journey of fitness, it never ends. You get to a certain point, but you can't say I'm going to stop because then you regress and then you have to get there again. So the journey of fitness, the fitness journey, is continuous. It's everlasting. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Stretch your chest. Now cardio can be done, 3 times a week? They also recommend doing weights, this type of class, 2 to 3 times a week. It's tough in a pandemic. It's tough when we're at home. Tough when we don't have a lot of equipment or any equipment. To just do push-ups, squats, and lunges all the time. It gets boring. I get it. But one thing that makes it fun is doing it with you guys. See your faces. Remember, I'm not able to hear you curse. So if you're like, ugh, F this. F for Fen. Fen this. Burpees again. All right. I know I never stretch enough. Oh gosh, we gotta do hamstrings. Sorry, one more stretch. This is pretty important. The back of our legs, probably one of the tightest muscles in our body. Toes up, hit the calves, especially if you jump today. You want to put all your weights in the non-stretched leg or the supporting leg. Like I said, I don't stretch enough. I should probably do yoga for an hour, all that good stuff. Feel free to do some more stretches. Drink some water, eat some nutritious foods. Find something healthy to put in your air fryer. The next thing I'm going to try is Brussels sprouts in there. With bacon, of course. Thank you guys so much for coming.